by the light of the moon. Holy! Holy! Holy me! Whether by chance or he be chosen, every man travels the winter highway to either ruin or salvation. Chance leads the deaf, but the chosen only need listen. And so it was, on this very spot, inflamed by a crown of boundless light and a robe of exquisite whiteness, the angel Matthias spoke unto me. Humble servant, settle here, for this is holy land. Sow crops, tend sheep, and erect a house of worship, and verily ye shall prosper, for the scepter of power is in thy hands. And yet, as I stand before ye in sacred testimony, I see unholiness creeping into the fold. As with the Lord, the work of the devil is never done. Unity with God and your neighbors protects you from wandering into the arms of Satan, whose schemes, whose machinations are never-ending. We must hold fast and root out the plotters in our midst. And when the devil approaches in whatever cunning form he designs, I shall strike him down with the sword of righteousness and set God's house in order. Is anybody thirsty?
Thank you.
You're lucky I found you.
Hey, give us some, give us some. Give us...
Smell that thing a mile away.
You can have some if you like.
Well, that is very kind of you.
This your land?
This is Holy Land. I am the prophet Josiah, and I am God's steward upon it.
He was just passing through.
Trespassers?
Oh, no, sir.
No? Poachers, then?
I'm a carpenter by trade. My brother Jacob here is under my care.
So, a trespasser, a poacher, and a carpenter. A man of prodigious talent.
But you're not concerned you don't concern you then.
What?
So we've fallen on terribly hard times. Our wagon busted the wheel several days back, and then our horse, he just up and died on us.
That's terrible.
We're heading on up to Santa Fe to meet my wife, and I was planning on paying you for this land once we got on up there.
How exactly were you planning on paying for that? Sending the money to the tree, perhaps? Or address it to the great winds of the prairie?
Well, my wife is of relations with the governor. Money is of no concern.
The governor. The man who by reputation is as rich as Croesus, and he is allowing his relatives to walk around like vagabonds. That is shocking to me.
It's the truth.
Uh-huh.
We are royalty. We are royalty in these parts.
The Lord does not believe in actions without consequences. You understand?
It's just 2 sheep. This one here and one yesterday.
Stealing is a sin where you come from, is it not?
Yes, it is.
And what, pray tell, are the wages of sin?
I do not recall.
What about your idiot brother? Does he recall the wages of sin?
I may not, but I would not tell you if I did.
Perhaps if you two thieves had paid a little more attention in Sunday school, and a little less time playing hide the finger in your sister's cunt, you might know. Are dead.
Drink?
You drink.
I haven't missed yet.
Double or quits.
All right.
No, there you go. There you go.
There?
Mm-hmm.
Sure?
Yes. Finish the bottle.
There's no bullet. I'm tired of your tricks.
Those are the rules. One squeeze, one miss, one drink.
I'm not drinking anymore. Just close your eyes. Be a good woman. And do what your husband says. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Put down that gun!
Let's see now, Charlie. If I was traveling from Tucumcari to Santa Fe, I reckon I'd go right through that valley right there. What do you think?
Ramirez. Balance. $7.
That's wrong.
You question my integrity.
No, just the amount. We should have $14 in there, and you're telling us we only have 7?
Well, this establishment does not operate as a courtesy. I provide protection, security.
I thought them to be one and the same.
Oh, Sarah, I do not recall you ever cutting any of your rates.
You'd better show my wife some respect.
No, you'd best show me respect in my bank, lest Jeremiah over there think you came to rob me. You're too highfalutin a couple, ain't you? Perhaps you should have read your contract more thoroughly. I mean, you can read, can't you? A, B, C, D, E, F,
Contract or no contract, still ain't right to take half our savings.
You can start your own bank then. Surely there's plenty of room over there in that dirt farm of yours, Miguel. Now, do you want your money?
See.
Gee. That's better. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7.
Perhaps Madame would care to try something on? Have a newly refurbished fitting room out back?
Why not?
Sarah, we're not here for clothes.
I just want to try it on. No harm in that.
No harm indeed. This way. The bell if you require any assistance.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Oh! To protect your feminine skin. Oh. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I had some bad chili this morning.
Ain't it pretty?
You can't believe that cheap bastard let you have that.
I'm a hard woman to say no to.
I'm not gonna let go. No, fast as a good. Look at that, look at that. It's all you. Be careful with that. Here we go. There we go. Take it easy. I came all the way from the forests of Central America. Oh, need something, huh? All right, turn it, turn it. Nice and gentle. Easy now. That's good. Careful down. Oh, yes, indeed. And let us keep it this clean all the time, yes? Thank you. You may leave.
Carajo.
Well, first you bust a wheel on your wagon. Naturally, you forgot to bring a spare. So you set out on your horse, you and your brother. Then your horse dies. Rattlesnake, colic, black water, lightning. Jesus Christ, boy, you got some bad luck. I suspect it just gets worse from here. Yeah, I reckon it does.
see this Friday. Young man. How are you? How are we all? Good day. Morning. Mr. Ramirez. It's a pleasure to see that you and Sarah have finally accepted our invitation to pray with us.
Oh, we are not here for the service. May I speak with you for a moment?
Well, I suppose so, for a moment.
It's regarding your sheep.
My sheep?
They strayed onto our land again and ate our crops.
That's a pretty bold accusation, sir. How do you know they were my sheep?
I don't want to start a conflict here, Mr. Josiah, but this is the second time.
I'm just asking, did you speak to these fleeced strays? Did you ask from whence they came? Who may be the shepherd?
Who else's stock would they be?
I don't know. I didn't see them.
You're our only neighbor for miles.
Is that it? Because, as you can see, I have a congregation waiting for me.
I'd appreciate you keeping your stock off my property, sir.
It is the Lord's property, Senor Ramirez.
But it's mine too. And I cannot afford to lose any more of my crops. You could build a fence.
A fence? Why don't you come inside with your wife and feel for yourself the searing power of the veracity of the Lord?
Another day, perhaps.
I will ask him about this fence. I'm curious as to his response.
I'd appreciate that.
May the Lord be with you. Safe in the arms of Jesus, safe on his gentle breast, there by his love o'ershaded, sweetly my soul shall
Stay inside.
I'm coming with you.
Jack.
Well, dog killing ain't a crime I'm obliged to pursue. People killing, that's a different story.
We bought him. He was our property.
I could sell you a new dog.
You stay out of this.
When did this occur?
Last night.
Mr. Josiah had some sheep stole a while back. Rustlers have been active in the area as of late. Could be more of their kind.
Rustlers? That killed our dog?
So you saw who done it?
Not entirely. It was dark.
Then how do you know?
The law needs to make someone accountable.
Do I look like a dog killer catcher?
You're the law.
That I am. Ain't no more need be said.
That's it? That's your investigation?
Yep. Now get that stinking cur out of my office.
No, you're gonna do something.
I said get it out of here. Now! Get it out! Gracias! Gracias!
I don't trust him.
I don't trust Mr. Josiah much either. But I don't believe he's a violent man. Especially not one to shoot a dog. This is a wild country here. Could have been anybody. I'll square things up with Mr. Josiah. A little strife's not uncommon amongst neighbors.
I'm pregnant.
Child, we are not ready.
What did you think would happen?
It's just... maybe next year would be better.
Well, then you should have been more careful.
Scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you shut Cheers. Listen. And always. Right.
Good morning, Mr. Josiah.
I have been awaiting your apology, Miguel.
On what grounds?
Sunday is the day of worship and rest. And you raised matters of business in full view of my congregation. You insulted me. You insulted the Lord.
That was not my intention. Surely, you know.
Don't be a fool. I'm giving you an opportunity. Kneel and apologize before the Lord now.
I've been polite and respectful thus far. Expect the same from you.
Well, I've tried. I've tried to embrace you, Miguel. To bring you into the flock. To include you. But you have nothing but contempt for me, for my work. However, think you were jealous. Envious. Are you envious?
There's nothing you have that I want.
Oh, I am married purely. I have the love and devotion of my flock, and you have... You are a blight on the landscape, sir.
I have just as much right to be here as you.
If you could, you would take all that we have. All that we have worked for. It's not your fault. It's in your birth. This greed, this avarice of your nature.
You killed our dog, didn't you?
Mexicans have never been lauded for their intelligence.
Now, you must go. Leave here. The both of you. Váyanse, carajo.
Yes, you. Babel. You serpentine ashes out. Oh. You beast of the earth, you brown-skinned bastard. Off to hell, you gold! Mrs. Ramirez. Good evening. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Have you seen Miguel?
No? Not since church.
He went out into the field today for work and never came home.
Have you tried the saloon?
Yes,
The sheriff?
he's worthless.
Has he done this kind of thing before?
Never.
I only ask because certain types of men are slaves to their lustful proclivities. And many times I've seen them leave their wives in the lurch when responsibilities begin to mount.
Miguel would never do that.
It's just... You are a very, very beautiful woman, sir. And your husband ought to appreciate what the Lord has given him.
He does.
I know I would. Good night. The Lord go with you.
Cornelius Jackson. Santa Fe senoritas ain't wild enough for you? Nice dance, Fancy Pants.
Ooh!
Oh! Ah! Oh!
You have been officially relieved of your duties.
By what authority?
The governor.
I've done nothing.
Well, at least you know why I'm here.
This is my house.
The government's house. You've been residing in it as a guest. And now you must leave.
Go scrub your ass with a cactus brush. No, Cornelius, no, don't. Ah, you bastard son of a bitch! Oh, get on. Oh, bastard! Get on. Oh, where am I supposed to go?
That is not my concern.
I'll punch you down. I'm gonna find your mother.
Get!
Oh, get out of here.
Do, Lord, oh, do, Lord, oh, do you remember me? Do, Lord, oh, do, Lord, do you remember me? Do, Lord, oh, do, Lord, oh, do you remember me? Way beyond the blue.
Yes? You want something?
I've been relieved.
I can see that. By whom?
Cornelius Jackson, damn bushwhacker. I'm looking for work.
Who are you?
I don't understand.
Who are you?
Sorry?
Without a badge, what purpose do you serve?
I I cooked you for a spell in the army.
I have wives. I'm in no need of a cook.
He shot my goddamn hand! My goddamn hand!
Gentlemen, I am honored to have you with me tonight to welcome the newest member of our community. Like so many great lawmen of our day, his unbending reputation precedes him. God made laws to govern men, but without men to enforce those laws, the terrors of evil would march unmolested across the scorched plains of the earth, and
Salt,
mankind... and mankind would run amok, like so many godless savages. So, raise your glasses, please. And let us thank God for Sheriff Cornelius Jackson.
Cornelius Jackson.
Enjoy.
It's a mighty fine table, brother.
Well, thank you, Hugh. It's mahogany wood, all the way from British Honduras, on the Caribbean Sea, south of Mexico. So, Sheriff.
Here's your wine, please.
Pass that along, please. So, did you manage to...
Butter, please.
How was your ride out here this evening?
Why'd you leave the Utah territory?
I am God's humble servant, sir. Where he leads, I will follow.
Did you bring your wives and daughter down with you?
Only one woman shares my bed, Sheriff.
Safer that way, that's for sure. China.
Own China, imported from England.
China from England. You ever fuck a sheep? There are lots of sheep farmers fuck their sheep. Isn't that how syphilis started?
The penis is a vile weapon, but I've often thought of it as the devil's cutlass.
Do you now?
So, what brings you to our fine town, Sheriff Jackson?
Geography.
Geography.
Yes, geography. Turns out our governor's favorite cousin, Lucille, went off and married this down-and-out carpenter named Levi from Tucumcari. That poor guy couldn't hit a nail over the head with a tree trunk. Well, Lucille and Levi fell on hard times, so the governor tells them that they should come and live with him and his wife in Santa Fe. He'll even send train tickets. Great man, our governor. So, Lucille takes a train on up to Santa Fe, while her husband, Levi, being too prideful to accept the governor's largesse of a few train tickets, decides to travel by way of a buckboard with his brother Jacob. Only Jacob and Levi ain't no Kit Carsons. That's why I'm here. Geography.
Pardon me, Sheriff, but I don't understand.
Mr. Josiah knows what I'm talking about, don't you, Josie? Tables from Honduras, China from England, Salt Lake City. You know all about geography.
No, I'm afraid, Sheriff. You've lost me completely.
May I borrow your knife? No, that big one there behind you. Geography. Tucumcari. Santa Fe. Right in the middle here, you got the Holy Land. Now, Jacob and Levi would have had to travel straight through here to get from Tucumcari to Santa Fe. All Lucille and the governor want to know is why Levi and his brother never showed up. You done with that? There's a dog outside there. Looks like he's missing a couple meals. Thank you kindly, Josie. Damn good meat.
Sure. I lead a God-fearing, peaceful, and united community here. And I am quite sure you do not want to make me your enemy.
It seems like I already have.
Howdy, Sheriff. Got me a new job.
Excuse me.
Morning, ma'am.
Your horse is drinking out of my trough.
That appears to be the case.
Well, there's a creek right over there where it can drink till its heart's content.
I don't think Charlie was aware of that fact. You know, when he's thirsty, he kind of goes where he wants to. I didn't think your horse would mind much.
Well, I do. It's polite to ask first.
Well, you're absolutely right, ma'am, but Charlie is ignorant of such formalities of the human race. So please accept my apologies on his behalf. My name's Sheriff Cornelius Jackson.
I know who you are.
I think I should be flattered.
You hung my father.
Pardon me, ma'am, but I've never hung anyone. They sort of hang themselves.
Is that what you tell yourself to ease your conscience?
The judges sentence the guilty. I either shoot him or arrest him, depending on the circumstances.
That's some choice.
Who was your father?
Wesley Parker.
Wesley Parker. So your mother would be?
Yes, she would be.
And that would make you?
Mrs. Sarah Ramirez.
It's enough about the past. I'm looking for these two men. Levi, Jacob Webb. They would have passed by these parts a couple weeks ago.
I haven't seen him.
What about your husband?
He's not here.
When do you expect his return?
Soon.
Well, appears Charlie's had his fill. Thank you kindly, ma'am. If you do happen to see Jacob and Levi, please find it in your kind heart to offer them some water. I'm sure they're terribly thirsty by now.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Ramirez. Any word from Miguel?
Do you see him?
No, I do not. Sarah, have I done something to offend you?
You make me uneasy.
Well, I assure you that is not my intention.
Josiah is here to help you.
How so?
How do you intend to get by without your husband?
Managed thus far.
And admirably so, but I fear he has abandoned you, and you will not survive on your own.
Hasn't beaten me yet.
It will, Sarah. It will.
Then let it.
Give the church your land, and let the Lord relieve you of this burden. The Lord desires this land to be part of something larger, a great holy community. Now I come to you with kindness and charity in my heart, to offer you the opportunity to prosper, to take refuge in the bosom of Christ.
And where would I go?
With me. I will bring you to Holy Land. I will provide for you and take care of you in every way.
Sounds like hell.
Just as stubborn as her husband. I guess is she'll be whoring again in no time, just like her mother.
Get off my property.
Sarah.
By law, it's still the bank's.
Another word out of you and there'll be no more bank.
Hugh. Now, you spoke out of turn and intemperately, and you will apologize, sir, to Sarah, right now.
I sincerely apologize.
Sarah, there's no need for violence. Violence is never the answer.
Don't.
I come here to do God's work, to help you. And I know that you do not want to harm me. There. Doesn't that feel better? I have washed away your sins, Sarah. You are a member of the white race. You should never have married a man with cursed blood. But that is behind us. I will make you happy. You will see. But you will come to understand. Through me is heaven. Sowing in the morning, sowing seeds of kindness, sowing in the noontide and the dewy eve, waiting for the harvest and the time of reaping.
Josiah the Messiah. Evening, Mr. Enemy.
What are you doing in my house, Sheriff?
Well, these two fine gentlemen invited me over here for a little wine tasting.
And who might they be?
Trespassers.
On whose land?
Yours.
I see.
Could you bring that light over here? Levi and Jacob. Does that look like him? After a rough night?
So, who killed him?
One cold-blooded son of a bitch.
Highwaymen?
You seen any?
There's no shortage of miscreants in this world, Sheriff.
No truer statement have I ever heard.
What are you doing in my house?
May I borrow your knife again? So here's what I've put together. Feel free to disagree at any time. Jacob here was clearly stabbed. I think it's Jacob. It's hard to tell them apart. Was clearly stabbed with a large knife. Now let's just try. Yeah. Well, what do you know? Well, that's a near perfect fit. I reckon whoever stabbed him must have had a knife just like yours.
It's a very popular model, Sheriff. Sears Roebuck, sell them by the trainload.
Toss me one of them cartridges out of your gun, would you?
Out of my gun?
Well, unless you got something to hide. 45.
Colt.
That don't look factory made.
We take pride in doing things for ourselves around here.
I can see that. Now, Levi over here, he was wounded in the leg by a pistol or a rifle bullet. And then perhaps, as he was limping away, Levi gets his guts blown out by a scattergun. Oh, you got a visitor? Well, hi there. Is that Daniel? Come on in here. Join the party. Now, we've got a knife wound, we've got a large caliber bullet, probably a .45, and a scattergun, which leads me to believe that this was the work of at least 2 killers. That sound about right?
If you say so.
I'm glad you could join us, Daniel. Me and your bishop here, we're just trying to figure a few things out. I bet you could help us. Do you care to make a statement?
Make a statement about what?
Life. Liberty. The pursuit of happiness.
Sheriff Jackson, if you've concluded this grim charade and making your absurd and frankly deeply offensive accusations, I would appreciate it if you got these stinking fucking corpses out of my house.
$20.
What?
Make that 25, yeah. 25.
Albeit that the deaths of these young men are tragic.
Murders. Murders is an important distinction.
I would like to know if you have a warrant.
Let's make it an even 30. I'd like to at least have them buried in suits.
Because if you do not have a warrant, you are in my house illegally.
Think these poor fellows have ever worn suits?
You are, in fact, trespassing. And I have asked you as politely as I can to leave now.
Please send Levi and Jacob post-haste to this address here in Santa Fe. I deeply appreciate it.
You are a queer man.
Unusual. I prefer unusual. Never queer.
Make sure he leaves.
Shame. He shames me in my house. And you allow it. Why do you allow him to shame me? Never ever shamed you. Never would I have listened.
That's why she shames me and you allow it. Never. I listened to everything you told me. Why? Why? Am I not your wholly obedient son? You seek to repay me in this way. I listen to everything you tell me. No! Look, hey, Father, every page. I deserve your respect!
Damn, he stinks.
Yeah. You help me lift him out of here?
On your knees. Toss your gun aside. Slowly. Is that my husband? Is that my husband?
I didn't kill him, ma'am. I swear I had nothing to do with it.
Shut up, Sid.
No, I swear I had nothing to do with it. You got the wrong man.
Shut up, Sid.
It was the Prophet Josiah. He killed him. No,
Shut
we just
your
came
mouth,
out here to
Sid.
dig up the bodies. We could take it back to the house and burn it.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Please don't.
Allow God's true expression of your feelings. Curly! Come on, Curly, are you angry? You must be angry. Be angry. Look, I'm humiliating you. Are you angry? Are you angry?
No, I'm angry. I'm angry now.
Good, good. What thoughts are you having? What is in your heart? Allow God's pure divine truth to come searing through you and speak, hold nothing back.
I have a thought.
You have a thought, good.
I want to know when we was going to get our wives. You said we was all going to have wives when we came with you.
This is your trouble. You're ruled by your bestial desires. You must think through here, not through these. God will bring wives to you when you're ready. You should remove this pus-filled sack of distraction. What do you think? No? Can you allow God's love in your heart? Can you control your mortal desires? Can you? Can you? Good. Good. You know why I teach you these things, Curly. You understand. You know I love you.
I know you do, Prophet.
Found Sid and Daniel's ponies out by the woods. Something must have spooked them. Give me one of the boys, I'll go back and find them.
No. Go right into town. See if they've been arrested. Why'd they be arrested? The sheriff's a lunatic.
My little painted lady. My fallen angel.
Miguel's been murdered.
God does not protect the weak very well.
I came to say goodbye.
I thought we already did that several years ago. Something about you not wanting your husband or your children exposed to my sinful ways. But they were also your ways too, Sarah. 7 times a virgin, were you not? Did you think you could start over? The evil and the blessing will reach us all, my child.
I'm not ashamed of you anymore. I pity you.
Do you think I'm unhappy?
I don't think much about it. I forgive you, Mother. For everything. You have no influence over me. You never have.
Everything you've ever done is because of me. So do it well. Do it well, my child.
House calls again, are we? Sporting life always fits you well, Sarah.
I've come for my $7.
$7? $7 to play my flute? Why? I won't pay a penny over $1. Even if you do rub my balls. Looks like you'll be visiting me all week. Just like old times.
Is Martin in?
He's out back. Had to run to the privy.
Would you see that he gets this?
Absolutely, ma'am. How you doing, honey?
Where'd you say Martin was?
Out back using the privy.
That's it, my little bud. Oh, yeah, show me that pretty face. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Feels good in the ass, don't it?
No. No, it hurts.
in the hell are you doing back here?
My little granddaughter was trying on a dress in the back room, and then there was a loud gunshot, and then there was a loud crash, and Martin's head busted through the wall.
Well, you ain't just nothing but a dirty old dog, aren't you?
He got what he deserved.
He certainly did. Anyone else in the store with you?
A young woman came in, asked for Martin, then pulled some cartridge boxes off the shelf, laid some money on the counter, and then left right before the big bang.
Strawberry hair, purple dress, all painted up, about 30 years of age.
Yes, very polite.
That's interesting. The woman fitting that description been leaving bodies all over town today. I've got to perform a little procedure here. You may want to avert your eyes.
Sure, right here? Is this necessary?
I don't want the body getting no harder. And then it's like cutting through a piece of firewood. You ever tried cutting firewood with a knife? You don't chop. There's a surprise for you, little girl. You do me a favor.
Okay.
Just hold my coat for just 1 minute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see there. I ain't no surgeon, but I guess that the bullet would be right about here. Oh, I got it. I got it. See?
When a member of the white race, who is of the chosen seed, mixes their blood with the seed of Cain, a member of the African race, or
Any other heathens?
any other dark-skinned heathens, the penalty under the law of God is death on the spot. And it will always be so.
Sheriff ain't arrested nobody. But someone killed Hugh and Martin.
Where?
In town.
Was it a robbery?
I don't believe so.
What does the sheriff say?
Well, he's not saying much. The word is it was a woman Horwood done it.
What other kind of whore is there?
Saddle up the horses.
See how much you weigh. You look like the right guy right there.
Ah! Ah! Oh, oh God! Prophet! Ah! Prophet!
In the cross, in the cross, rest beyond the river.
Charlie. Hey, Sheriff. I need your help. I got these two bullets that match up identical weight. We'll call them the Levi and the Josie bullets.
Who are they?
Never mind the names. Now I got these two. Let's call these the banker and the store owner bullet.
The murdered Hugh and Martin.
The names are unimportant at this time. Now, the Levi bullet and the Josie bullet are the same caliber and weight, 45 250. Banker and the store owner, same caliber and weight, 44 200. But that's the limit of my investigative abilities.
Well, I could take it a couple steps further. Melt down the bullets and tell you their exact composition. That might help determine where they came from.
Yes, it would.
And if you know where they came from, you might be able to trace them back to the killer.
How long will it take you?
Why don't you come back in the morning, I'll have it for you.
What do we have left? Just stew?
That's it.
Where is he?
I'm fixing the fence by the flats.
So the banker and the store owner bullets are of identical composition.
Right.
They're 97% lead and 3% tin. Standard factory made, which is what I expected. But here's where it takes an interesting turn. Levi and Josie bullets are also of identical composition to one another, but they're 95% lead and peculiarly 5% zinc, leading me to believe that these bullets were not factory made but were homemade.
Why would you say that?
Because the factory would never use zinc in their moldings. Not only fouls up your pots, but it makes for a fairly unsound bullet.
Why would somebody use zinc instead of tin?
Probably run out of tin. But there's loads of zinc around here. I reckon whoever poured the Levi and Josie bullets is from these parts. Final analysis is right there in that invoice.
Good job.
You need more, you just let me know.
All right, I appreciate it. Have a good day.
You get any leads on that woman?
Well, let's just say I have my suspicions. I apologize for digging you up, Mr. Ramirez. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of all this bloodletting. I reckon that'll get you back in your resting place. Hey, Daniel, you're dead. Looks like I'm at the wrong ranch.
The final shaming is at hand. Twice you shamed me. But now, in the end, I shame you. Now you will hang there in shame until the sun dries your scrawny testicles into leather hide and the ravens peck you apart. Peck.
Huh?
Peck. Thousands of pecks of shame. What will they take first? Your eyeballs, they'll be pecked out in shame. Your ears, your nose, your tongue, all pecked out in shame. Until the devil reaches up and claims your rotten soul. The shamer has become the shamed. Now, I am the shamer, and it feels good.
Hey, Jojo. I'm a little bit confused.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not make myself quite clear? You are going to hang there, and you are going to fucking die.
Well, it's not exactly clear. You see, you got your Jews, you got your Muslims, you got the fat Chinaman with the big belly. Hell, you even got the Indians with their wonka tonka. So what I gotta know is, especially with all this crap you've been preaching, who's right?
I am the prophet Josiah. The Lord burns the fire of Jehovah. And when the final trump sounds, it is I who will sit alongside the Lord on his golden throne of glory. I and I alone.
Shame on you, shamer.
Come on, let's go catch ourselves a whore.
Shame on you, shamer. Shame on the shamer. What the hell are you doing over there?
Oh, my, my, my.
Fuck you. Ladies, would you like to hear a verse of Lord Byron? I would I were a careless child, still dwelling in the Highland cave, or roaming, or roaming through the dusky wild.
Ah! You're just a dirty whore! You're the devil's harlot! You're a bitch of Satan! Good Philip!
I suppose I am.
Hey, go easy there, darling. I can't feel my legs no more. Oh. Thank you.
You're on your own.
Please don't. Oh, please don't, ma'am. Oh, no.
We're safe now. You've cleared the way. I see you have slain my wife. No matter. They were jealous bitches. It would never have worked between them and us. They're mean-spirited sinners. And you, Sarah, you are pure and noble of heart. I see that. I know that. I did not see my daughter. Would she be dead? So be it. If she lives, well, you can teach her how to fuck. We both know how good you are at that. Come on, Sarah, come out. You have nothing to fear. This is yours now. Why would you hide? Look, this is your house. This is your land. There are no encumbrances to our union. You killed my wives, I killed your husband, and we are not that dissimilar. Look. I'm placing my weapon down and entering. I enter in the spirit of peace. Let us parley before the Lord and resolve our grievances. And we can live together, Sarah, a second chance. With peace and harmony and happiness. Sarah. Fuck it. Shut up.
are a good man. Though the night is made for loving, and the day she comes too soon, yet will gang name a Roman boy by the light of the moon. Hoolie! Hoolie! Hoolie!
Whether by chance or he be chosen, every man travels the winter highway to either ruin or salvation. Chance leads the deaf, but the chosen only need listen. And so it was, on this very spot, inflamed by a crown of boundless light and a robe of exquisite whiteness, the angel Matthias spoke unto me. Humble servant, settle here, for this is holy land. Sow crops, tend sheep, and erect a house of worship, and verily ye shall prosper, for the scepter of power is in thy hands. And yet, as I stand before ye in sacred testimony, I see unholiness creeping into the fold. As with the Lord, the work of the devil is never done. Unity with God and your neighbors protects you from wandering into the arms of Satan, whose schemes, whose machinations are never-ending. We must hold fast and root out the plotters in our midst. And when the devil approaches in whatever cunning form he designs, I shall strike him down with the sword of righteousness and set God's house in order.
Is anybody thirsty?
Thank you.
You're lucky I found you.
Here, give us some, give us some.
Smell that thing a mile away.
You can have some if you like.
Well, that is very kind.
This your land?
This is holy land. I am the prophet Josiah, and I am God's steward upon it.
He was just passing through.
Trespassers?
Oh, no, sir.
No? Poachers, then?
I'm a carpenter by trade. My brother Jacob here is under my care.
So, a trespasser, a poacher, and a carpenter. A man of prodigious talent.
But you're not concerning you, don't concern you then.
What?
So we fallen on terribly hard times. Our wagon busted the wheel several days back, and then our horse, he just up and died on us.
That's terrible.
We're heading on up to Santa Fe to meet my wife, and I was planning on paying you for this land once we got on up there.
How exactly were you planning on paying for that? Sending the money to the tree, perhaps? Or address it to the great winds of the prairie?
Well, my wife is of relations with the governor. Money is of no concern.
The governor. The man who by reputation is as rich as Croesus, and he is allowing his relatives to walk around like vagabonds. That is shocking to me.
It's the truth.
Uh-huh.
We are royalty. We are royalty in these parts.
The Lord does not believe in actions without consequences. You understand?
It's just 2 sheep. This one here and one yesterday.
Stealing is a sin where you come from, is it not?
Yes, it is.
And what, pray tell, are the wages of sin?
I do not recall.
What about your idiot brother? Does he recall the wages of sin?
I may not, but I would not tell you if I did.
Perhaps if you two thieves had paid a little more attention in Sunday school, and a little less time playing hide the finger in your sister's cunt, you might know. Her dead.
drink?
You drink.
I haven't missed yet. Double or quits.
All right.
No, there you go. There you go.
There?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yes. Finish the bottle.
There's no bullet. I'm tired of your tricks.
Those are the rules. One squeeze, one miss, one drink.
I'm not drinking anymore. Just close your eyes. Be a good woman. And do what your husband says. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Put down that gun!
Let's see now, Charlie. If I was traveling from Tucumcari to Santa Fe, I reckon I'd go right through that valley right there. What do you think?
Ramirez. Balance. $7.
That's wrong.
You question my integrity.
No. No. Just the amount. We should have $14 in there. And you're telling us we only have 7?
Well, this establishment does not operate as a courtesy. I provide protection, security.
I thought them to be one and the same.
Sarah, I do not recall you ever cutting any of your rates.
You'd better show my wife some respect.
No. You'd best show me respect in my bank, lest Jeremiah over there think you came to rob me. You're too highfalutin a couple, ain't you? Perhaps you should have read your contract more thoroughly. I mean, you can read, can't you? A, B, C, D, E, F.
Contract or no contract, still ain't right to take half our savings.
You'd start your own bank then. Surely there's plenty of room over there in that dirt farm of yours, Miguel. Now, do you want your money?
See.
She. That's better. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7.
Perhaps Madame would care to try something on? I have a newly refurbished fitting room out back.
Why not?
Sarah, we're not here for clothes.
I just want to try it on. No harm in that.
No harm indeed. This way. The bell if you require any assistance.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Oh! To protect your feminine skin. Oh. If you'll excuse me for a moment. I had some bad chili this morning.
Ain't it pretty?
You can't believe that cheap bastard let you have that.
I'm a hard woman to say no to.
I'm not gonna let go. No, fast isn't the. Look at that! Look at that! It's all you. Be careful with that. Here we go. There we go. Take it easy. I came all the way from the forests of Central America. Need something, huh? All right, turn it, turn it. Nice and gentle. Easy now. That's good. Careful down. Oh, yes, indeed.
And let us keep it this clean all the time, yes? Thank you. You may leave.
¡Fuera! ¡Carajo!
Well, first you bust a wheel on your wagon. Naturally, you forgot to bring a spare. So you set out on your horse, you and your brother. Then your horse dies. Rattlesnake, colic, lack of water, lightning. Jesus Christ, boy, you got some bad luck. I suspect it just gets worse from here.
Yeah, I reckon it does. You see this fine day? Well, young man. How are you? How are we all? Good day. Morning. Mr. Ramirez. It's a pleasure to see that you and Sarah have finally accepted our invitation to pray with us.
Oh, we are not here for the service. May I speak with you for a moment?
Well, I suppose so, for a moment.
It's regarding your sheep.
My sheep?
They strayed onto our land again and ate our crops.
That's a pretty bold accusation, sir. How do you know they were my sheep?
I don't want to start a conflict here, Mr. Josiah, but this is the second time.
I'm just asking, did you speak to these fleeced strays? Did you ask from whence they came? Who may be the shepherd?
Who else's stock would that be?
I don't know. I didn't see them.
You're our only neighbor for miles.
Is that it? Because, as you can see, I have a congregation waiting for me.
I'd appreciate you keeping your stock off my property, sir.
It is the Lord's property, Senor Ramirez.
But it's mine too. And I cannot afford to lose any more of my crops. You could build a fence.
A fence? Why don't you come inside with your wife and feel for yourself the searing power of the veracity of the Lord?
Another day, perhaps.
I will ask him about this fence. I'm curious as to his response.
I'd appreciate